Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Today we're going to be jumping into a 5-day challenge, which I know you guys love. And today we're going to be doing the Moonlit Seduction from Pat Mcgrath. I told you guys that I was going to try to do this one as fast as possible. I know a lot of you out there are wondering if you should pick it up, so I decided to put it for my ultimate test. So I'm going to be using this eyeshadow palette for 5 days straight to give it to you guys straight on exactly what I feel about the palette. All right, so we are on day number 1 of my 5-day challenge, and what am I gonna do with this beauty? I kind of want to do one of those siren eyes that are like super in right now, and since this palette to me looks like one of those palettes that every look is gonna look pink if I use the blending shades, I'm gonna have to do some solo lid color eyes and like kind of play with this a little bit so it becomes a little bit more unique. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do like a siren eye, which is like really in right now. So a lot of eyeliner. We're gonna play with the cool tones, and then we'll probably just add in some of this beautifulness right here, something like that. So let's go ahead and let's start it off. We're gonna start with liner. So I'm gonna use my KVD liner, and we're gonna start by doing a wing on the side. Just kind of like the siren eyes are like halfway and then up. So we're gonna start, my eyes are hooded, so I will be doing more of an exaggeration on this, because if I don't, then you won't see the lift in the eye. So I'm gonna do a rough line, because what you do is you kind of like blend it out. So I don't really care if it's messy and disgusting, it doesn't really matter. And then I'll use, so we're just gonna go like that. You see this messy, disgusting eye, doesn't really matter. It's gonna get blended. I'm just gonna kind of go like that. And then we're gonna get the most important part. If you don't have a brush like this one, where is my, this is like my holy grail brush. It has the perfect shape. So this is what I use to define eyeliner and then also blend on lower lash lines. Is my favorite brush. So it's a P06RF. I'll have it listed down below, but it's the best. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of like drag this and then just start creating the wing. So this liner from KVD does smudge pretty good, which is good. So I'm going to go ahead and start smudging. I may need to use all of my hands for this, so you might not see the whole thing because I'm going to have to like, you know, go to another mirror. But all I'm going to do is go like this and then bring it onto the lower lash line and just keep on doing this motion until I have a really nice siren looking eye. It's already kind of getting there. Give me a second though, because I need to have like my hands still. All right, so we have this little line kind of going. If you guys can see, I'm blending it in. I put a little bit more black on the lower lash line with the KVD liner, and then I'm just kind of like blending it a little bit. So I kind of created the first wing shape, which is this one, and then there's going to be one in the inner portion. So what I'm going to do is do the inner portion black liner, and then we're going to jump into the palette and add a little details and then go over it with the black liner again. Now this part I don't want to do too defined because it's just to add the black. I'm going to go in with a more precise brush and really do the inside portion. So we're just going to kind of like grab right here. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. Ooh, it looks crazy right now. So we're gonna use the brush again to kind of blend that and create a more defined look. Let me go ahead and blend this a little bit. I'll be right back. All right, so we've got the starting point. I did put the KVD liquid liner, this one right here, and I just kind of just did a very, very small line right here with this black liner. I'm going to come out with this again pretty soon, but what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the palette and do some defining muted down color family. So I'm going to use a very small brush. I'm going to jump into this brown right here, and this is going to be something I'm just going to kind of like smoke all the outer corners with, just to make this look very smoky and pretty. And I think this brown will do a great job. Now I do have hooded eyes, so I am going to get transfer of this product onto the lid. So I'm going to have to add something as a base or something to kind of just like help not have product be transferred up there. It's gonna happen no matter what, so. All right, so we did a little bit of shading with this brown right here. That's what I'm doing. I'm just shading and just kind of doing like a little contouring. So there we go. We've got that going. Now let's start playing with some of these glitters. I think I want to do like a subtle accent with this gold, this silver right here. I think this is going to be cool. I'm just going to put it here in the inner. And then I'm going to put a little bit on this here. And we'll blend it a little bit. And then we'll put a little bit of this like glittery silver here. So now let's do definition with the liquid liner. So what I'm going to do with the liquid liner is I'm really going to bring in that V-taper, and then I'm going to put on mascara. Give me one second. Okay, so we did some correcting. I put the liner, smudged it out a little bit better, added a little bit more to the inner portion, kind of finished off the vibe. Now, just so you guys can see, I also grabbed a little bit of this silver right here, and I added it in this little empty spot that I had on the lower lash line. So just grabbing very little of it. I grabbed a little tiny bit, and then I just put it right here. So this little portion right here, right there, just to tie the top with the bottom. So that is the eye. Let me put on some liner mascara, and 15 years later, we'll get this eye finished, and then I'll show you guys the final look. Okay, so here is my final look with the Siren eyes using the Pat McGrath Moonlit Seduction. I have to say, like, for the first time ever doing one of these eye looks, I think it came out okay. Like, little things I would have tweaked for the next time, but I've only done this type of look maybe once before, and it wasn't like this whole siren-y thing. It was a little different. So I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. My eyes are kind of close together, so these type of like narrowing the eyes sometimes doesn't look that great on me. But I mean, I guess since I didn't exaggerate it that much, it doesn't look that bad. So I guess just if you have closer set eyes, just try not to go so heavy-handed in the inner portion. Focus it more on the outer V. But I kind of really like it. I think it's pretty. So to finish off the look, I ended up using my Amorosa from Natasha Denona lipstick. Topped it off with Lawless Forget the Filler. I have the Rare Beauty lip liner in the color Fun. What else did I do? Rare Beauty mascara. And actually my foundation today is a mix of LYS and the Makeup Forever foundation. I kind of like them together. But yeah, that's how I created this look. I think it's really cool. You see, so like something different we can do with this palette, because I know a lot of the looks are going to have like that pink base. So I want to kind of stray away from only doing like pinky looks, because I feel like they're all going to kind of go pink. And you don't have to use that many colors, you know, even if you didn't want to do the dramatic eyeliner, mixing that silver with a little bit of the glitter and that like cool tone brown could really create a really pretty like cool toned silvery eye, which I think is really nice. And just a little bit less liner, and maybe don't do the siren, but yeah, this could also be fun for Halloween. But anyways, so let's go ahead and let's see what happens for the rest of the week. I'll see you guys in the next day. All right, guys, so 5-day challenge, day number 2. I'm actually going to the mall today, so I did a very simple look. I will tell you, I had a little bit of a hard time because I used the one that looks a little bit rosy. I'll show you guys the color, but then I wanted to use something on the outer edge. Ooh, I messed up a little here. I wanted to put something on the outer edge, and even like that little pinkish terracotta color, it kept going pink on me, and I was trying to get away from pink. I have a feeling I'm gonna have a hard time getting away from pink with these blending shades. But anyways, so I'll show you guys what I did. Let me show you guys my outfit. Here is what I'm wearing today. Excuse the storage. But yeah, so I put on my cute little mango jeans that some of you guys love, some of you guys hate. And I have my new Shein shirt that you guys are gonna see in an upcoming haul. And this is my cute little outfit. I'm gonna wear a Tory Burch bag. And let me show you guys the eyes. Okie doke. So the colors, I could hold it like that, look at that. The colors that I used were this one right here. So that's what I put all over the lid. So it gave me that sparkle, even though I don't even know if the sparkle is like too much for the middle of the afternoon, but it looks pretty. Then I blended with this color and I put that on the outer V, but it got a little on the pinky side, which is what I was trying not to do, but it got pinky anyways. So that's what I did. My lipstick color, this one from Rare Beauty, is the color Lively. So pretty. I put on Rare Beauty mascara and some Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, and that is how I did this look. I am actually gonna go to the mall, so I'm going to Sephora today. I'm gonna go pick up the new Hourglass foundation because everybody keeps raving about it, and as a makeup reviewer, when somebody keeps saying that something's so good, even though I don't want another foundation, I just like, I can't. I need to like see if this is true or not. So I think I'm gonna have to run over there and just buy it. Like, just gonna have to get it, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Zara and I'm gonna go to Sephora. So that is my day. And I mean, I like the look. The look is beautiful. It's just not what I envisioned for today, but it still came out good. So anyways, I'll see you guys in the next day. All right guys, we are on to day number 3 of my 5-day challenge. And today we're gonna do something, why do I keep wanting to stay away from pink? But we're not gonna stay away from pink, but we are. We're gonna try because I feel like everybody knows we can do pink with this, but I want to do something with the gold. I want to play with this gold here. Okay, so let's do a brown, pink, and gold lid. I always say what we're gonna do and then I end up changing my mind anyways, so let's just go with it. Let's see what we end up with. That the transition shades make me go very pink. So I think we're gonna start with the eye look and then we'll blend out with that pinky matty color just to not give it that punch yet. And maybe I'll actually want it to go pink at the end. So we're just gonna first start off with the gold. I'm just gonna lay this down. So I'm grabbing this gold right here. I wanna lay it into, you see, I love the color of this gold. Pat McGrath typically does that yellow gold that I hate. Now this to me is like that bronze goddess gold that I just love. I love this color. So this is a beautiful, beautiful gold. It actually almost doesn't show up on my skin tone, but that's okay. I still love this one so much more than I like that yellowy gold. I hate that yellow gold. It's just like too much for me. So I think what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna jump into the cool tone brown, which I feel like this is the most used color in this palette for me. It's very important that it's in here because I feel like it's the only color that kind of like makes you stay away from doing a very pink lid. And I'm just gonna do an outer V smoke. Oh, by the way, so you guys know I went to get that Hourglass foundation and that was a huge fail. I don't know why none of the stores had it. Even though like the app said that it's in store, at least that's what I thought I saw, or pick it up at the store. Nobody had it. So I'm wondering if it's an only online exclusive. I don't know. But so because of that, I'm kind of like, now I don't kind of want it anymore. It made me go on such a mission today. I went to 2 Sephoras. Not only to look for it, I was like going shopping, but still, you know? Should I go out and just like really grab this darker pink? I kind of want to. Let's just do it. Sometimes I just like to have fun. Let's see. I'm gonna add that as the smoking shade. But I don't want it to be like too much, you know? So I think I'm gonna get the lighter one now and I'm gonna smoke up to the brow bone. My eyes are super small, so I need to go as high as possible so that you guys can actually see some action. That's kind of pretty. So I'm gonna go back into this gold and tap it. I will say the gold itself is not the most impactful. Like for Pat McGrath, it's like kind of, I guess kind of dull, to be honest. Kind of reminds me more of like an Anastasia. So I'm just gonna smoke the outer V. I'm gonna bring a little bit of that brown on the lower lash line. All right, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna put on some liner and mascara and finish this off. Okay, so here is the final look. What do you guys think? I actually feel like I might want to add a little bit of glitter to the look. So what I did was I put the KVD Black liquid liner on the top, Rare Beauty mascara. This lipstick is interesting. I actually found Here it is. Found it. Okay, so the lipstick is interesting. This lipstick is called Paparazzi, and it's from ColourPop. And I don't know. I don't know how long ago I bought this. But I topped it off with the Lawless Forget the Filler, which is that lip gloss that makes everything look phenomenal. And I love this. I love this. I think the look came out so good. And I know I was saying let's stay away from pink, and then I threw on pink lipstick and I just said forget it. Got a little pink going, put on the pink lipstick. We're just gonna have to go with it. Go with the pink. But I kind of want to add a little pizzazz, like I said. So what I want to do is I want to grab the gold, because I haven't really played with the gold one, the gold glitter. And you know, we have these Blitz Astrals in here, so might as well amp up that gold. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see what this Blitz thing does? Like, it literally, like, you don't even need that much. I mean, you can, but look at this one. Look at this one. It's like such a big difference. I will say that this gold metallic in here is kind of dull. It's a beautiful color, but it doesn't have that much impact. But, you know, you add this little Blitz Astral on top, and we're talking like ba-ba-ba-boom. Like, it literally makes this look like even more amazing. I kind of really like this look. I feel like I went from questioning whether I was going to like this because I had to use some pink with the gold, and I love it. So yeah, I think day number 3 was a success. All right, so 5-day challenge. Today's look, oh, can I show this to you? Can you see it? So I did a real light cover of the metallic that has like the dual chrome in it, the dual chrome astral shade. And actually it's so cool looking. So I put it just on the lid just to see if I could wear this like during the day without it looking like too much. And actually I think it looks kind of cool. You know, it does do that flip that I just don't know what color it is depending on where I look, but it actually looks really pretty just with that simple splash of color and a little liner and mascara. So that is the look. We're testing this out as a day look and see how it works. So I'll report back to you guys in my final thoughts. But anyways, so that was today's look. Very simple, and let's see. All right, guys, it's actually pretty late at night today, and we're gonna be doing the last look. So this is my 5th day, and I really wanted to get this look done so that I can have this video up for you guys next week. Got a long day coming tomorrow, so I'm not gonna have time to do my 5th day, so we're gonna do it tonight. I think what I'm gonna do is something smoky, and we're gonna play with the last colors that I really have to use in here. Actually, I think I've used almost every single one. I've used most of these astral glitters. I think, yeah, I used this one. I've used a combination of this ones. I've used a silver. Yeah, I've used every single one of these shades. So we're gonna just do a smoky eye and just play up colors and just see what we can come up with. So we're gonna start off with this brown shade. And let's go ahead and put that all over the lower portion of the lid. I'm kind of interested in seeing if we could do like a smoky pink eye. I just want to see how this brown could mesh with that pink, because it's kind of like that's the blending shade she gave us, so hopefully they could blend together. Now I will tell you guys, there's something in Pat Mcgrath shadows that kind of irritate my eyes, and I will talk to you more about it when we talk about the final thoughts. But yeah, there is something. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go on to this color. Let's blend this one and this one together. Let's see if we could make this look a little different here. I mean, like, it's not my favorite color combination, but it's not bad, right? So I think what we'll do is we'll grab a little bit of this gold here, put it in the center. And then maybe I'll add a little bit of this icy one. I mean, really, I think that the stars are those astrals, how much they add to an eye look. I'm adding a little bit of the gold into it too, just to get more sparkle and different colors. Then we're gonna put on some liner and mascara, tighten up this look a little bit, do the other eye, and I'll show you guys the final look. All right, and here is the final look. I used a tattoo liner from Kat Von D on the top, also on the lower lash line, Rare Beauty mascara. My lips today are actually from Rare Beauty. It's a lip souffle, but I mixed it with a Natasha Denona lip liner, so it's Inspire, mixed with this color, Naya from Natasha Denona. So creating like those two together, it darkened up the Inspire a little bit. I'm actually testing this lipstick because I wanted to wear it tomorrow with this white dress that I'm gonna wear, so I'm seeing if I like it. But anyway, so this is the look. I think it came out really cute. I like the eye look. I think it came out pretty, and let's get into some final thoughts. So now I have a lot of stuff to tell you guys, so we're gonna get into that right now. You saw it all, you saw the 5 days. I want you to maybe think about this for a second. Were all the looks extremely different? Like, I don't feel like they were. Now, here's the thing is like, yes, the Siren eye was very different, but I think like that look, you can accomplish that with so many different palettes. I just really wanted to do something really different in this video, but I don't think that that's a look that you can accomplish with a lot of palettes. Like, there's a lot out there that you could do that with. Now, one thing that I've noticed about this palette is every look comes out with like almost the same look. You know, you've got the transition shade of the pink going into the brown or into the deeper maroonish pink. Like, you're not staying away from that at all, because the only blending shades you've got in here are like a rosy-ish pink and then this more purpley pink. So no matter what, everything starts to turn pink. Your transition is always pink. So every time I go to blend out a look, I'm like, oh, there we go. It looks the same. Like, there's nothing that transforms this palette for me. When I use this color right here, yeah, you know, you could use that as a blending shade on its own, put it all over the lid and then just blend it up, and it will get a little lighter, but it's just not enough. Like, you almost need like a deeper, you need like a lighter brown in order to really accomplish that good blend. But then when you try to use any of these, you get that pink transition, which makes every look the same. So when it comes to the Astrals, I do love that there's 4 Blitz Astrals in here. That's really cool. This one right here, that's like the dual chrome one, you guys saw that I actually wore that all over the lid just like for one day during the afternoon. And I will say it doesn't have as much glittery particles as these 3. So I feel like these 3, and especially these 2 at the end, are the strongest Blitz Astral. This one will come in 3rd, and then this one is 4th, because it really doesn't have as much glitter in it. And there is a base color to it, which also makes, you know, like you have like a little bit of like a reddish tone on the lid. I don't love these shifty shades. I mean, like, I am very biased to that because I don't like them. Most impactful metallic in here is this one right here. It's such a beautiful metallic, and it's silver. I think it's gorgeous. It's kind of like a pewter. And then this one here, it's gold. It's a really pretty gold. It's not like that very yellow gold, but at the same time, it's very subtle. Like, I wish it had more impact to it. I feel like they kind of like made it very subtle, which is strange. And then this is a nice inner corner, which I feel like Pat McGrath always does. But overall, like, this is not my favorite palette, okay? So it's like, I like it. I don't love it. I would say for 125, 27, whatever I paid for this, I probably wouldn't have bought this again. Like, after using it for the 5 days straight, I'm like, I don't really love this one. It's definitely not a bad palette. It's just I have so many amazing palettes that when I compare this, it's just, it doesn't live up to the color story or even the formula of some of my other palettes. Some of my Natasha Denona palettes have a better outcome than this one. That's the truth. Now, when it comes to the Astrals, I feel like that's where we get our really cool like looks. Like, putting that glitteriness on top of this look just like literally elevated the look. But I own a few of these motherships that have Blitz Astrals in them, and you just can dab it on top of any eye look, and it's not like the pigment is so strong that it really changes the color of the look. It's mostly like a glitter topper. So once you've got a few of them, you literally have a lot of them, and you don't need to buy palettes just for the Blitz Astrals. That's my opinion. Now, you can if you want. I just think that not as worth it. I personally like the Divine Rose one better than this one. So when it comes to the most boring or like neutral color stories that she has, Divine Rose one, in my opinion, is better. It doesn't have as many Blitz Astrals, but like I said, I don't really think you need 4 of them. I don't think so. So it's kind of like an okay palette. I definitely would not come out here and just be like, oh my god, buy this. Like, if you are somebody who owns a lot of Pat McGrath palettes, you're probably not going to be wowed with this at all. If you've never purchased a Pat McGrath palette, you may think that this is really pretty, but I do think that there's better options in her lineup for you. Another thing, I use a lot the Divine Rose one, and my eyes never have an issue with them. But for some reason, this Moonlit Seduction, when I use some of these colors, my eyes the next day feel very dry and almost like I need to put eye drops in it. That kind of happens to me anytime I use pigments. And I tried reading everywhere on the packaging to see if any of these were pigments or not intended for eye use. Like that's usually what they write when something has like a pigment in it. I can't find it anywhere on any of the packaging, but it is very strange that that is like a symptom that I usually get when I use pigments. So if anybody knows, are these, like, does her motherships include pigments in them? Because I looked everywhere and I don't see that any of these shades are pigments, but there's something in this palette. There's something in this palette that makes my eyes very dry. And I actually feel like it's these two shades at the end, even more than the pinks. And I would have thought it was the pinks, but I haven't put the pinks so close to my waterline like I've put the brown. So I almost feel like it's the brown. But I want to know from you guys if you have used this palette or if you've used any of the motherships before. Is there pigments in here? Is that maybe what makes my eyes irritated? But I won't say they're like really irritated, but like I said, Divine Rose 1 does not do that to me. And I think that Utopian Dream, some of the colors did, like the pink did, but the rest of them were okay. So I want to know, tell me down below. But I will say, like, for me personally, like, do I think I'm going to be pulling this one out? Probably not. I should have probably listened to my instinct in my Make Up Your Mind where I said this is probably not a color story for me and I didn't think it was unique enough for me to spend the money on, and I think I might have been right. I mean, it's fine that it's in my collection. I just don't know how much I would actually reach for it. So that is what I came up with. That's my result after using it for 5 days. Tell me down below if you have this palette or if you were interested in picking it up. What are your thoughts? I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.